Has GTA 6 sold out to the woke agenda? The internet can't stop talking about how GTA 6 might be going woke, and some gamers are losing it. With the release of one of the most anticipated games ever fast approaching, the information superhighway is ablaze with speculation about Rockstar's direction for GTA 6, with heated debates flooding forums and social media platforms regarding the franchise's future. Rumours suggest that the beloved open-world crime franchise might be taking a certain direction designed to appeal to the so-called modern audience, with many being concerned that this will spit in the face and completely ruin the unfiltered fun that has defined the series. As leaks and insider comments fuel the fire, gamers are left wondering if GTA 6 will deliver the gritty escapism they've come to love, or if Rockstar is steering the series into uncharted and polarizing territory. So join me today as we discuss everything there is to know about these worries and try to break down whether or not the anxiety this is causing is justified. I am Lady Decade. Hit that subscribe button if you like it spicy, as this is why the GTA 6 concerns are causing outrage. There have been a lot of strange decisions made this year regarding the direction of certain titles, leading to 2024 being full of profound failures. This is because we, the gaming community, are smarter than a lot of the out-of-touch decision makers who think they know what's best for us. With the power to vote with our wallets, we have been rejecting those bland, investor-safe games and championing truly exceptional titles. The proof? User review scores that celebrate quality and loudly call out mediocrity. Gamers know what they want, and it's not what some corporate leads try to push on us. Now, here's the exciting part. Even in a year when budgets are tight, you don't have to miss out on the best games, and you can score huge discounts on some of the most epic titles out there using my affiliate links via the pinned comment. Explore the breathtaking worlds of Black Myth, Wukong, experience the pulse-pounding action of Space Marines 2, and save big on must-haves like Metaphor ReFantazio, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Final Fantasy 16, and thousands more. Why settle for less when you can get the best and save money simultaneously? Click the links, grab your favourites, and level up your gaming library without breaking the bank. From the very beginning, GTA has captivated players with its cheeky, unfiltered embrace of crime, chaos, and mischief. The thrill of racing through city streets, stealing cars, mowing down unsuspecting pedestrians, and evading the police during high-speed chases have continued to keep fans coming back for more. The series allows us to indulge in reckless and adventurous activities that are completely unlike anything in our daily lives. Well, most of our daily lives anyway, as statistically at least a few of you at home are likely murderers. But hey, who needs the cops on your tail in real life when GTA lets you live out the chaos without ending up on the evening news? I know which option I prefer. At least for now. As excellent and iconic as GTA is, with the 5th numbered entry in the series selling a ludicrous 205 million copies, it's not just the action in these titles that sets them apart. Traditionally, the franchise has never been afraid to tackle complex characters and morally ambiguous situations, drawing players into a world where the lines between hero and villain blur. What makes this even more fascinating is that this deep dive into American culture, its excesses, contradictions, and struggles, is crafted from a distinctly British perspective. The irony of an outsider's view so expertly skewering American society makes it all the more brilliant and undeniably entertaining. Grand Theft Auto has always served as a satirical critique of American culture, viewed through the lens of its British creators. This outsider perspective has enabled Rockstar Games to highlight the absurdities of American society with biting humour and over-the-top scenarios in amusing ways, which, in my opinion, would never have likely happened if the franchise had been homegrown in the United States. Usually, British humour leans heavily on self-deprecation, and darker jokes often reflect a willingness to laugh at one's own misfortune or mortality, which can seem startlingly frank compared to the more upbeat or aspirational tone of American humour. By incorporating this darker, self-deprecating style of humour, Grand Theft Auto has managed to tackle heavy themes with wit, irony and a touch of British irreverence. A unique blend that helps the games resonate with a global audience, offering a critical lens through which players can laugh at the chaos and contradictions of modern life. However, despite its roots, concerns have emerged about perceived shifts in tone for GTA 6. Some fans worry that efforts to embrace diversity, equity and inclusion initiatives alongside cultural changes at Rockstar Games could dilute the series' signature bold and irreverent satire. There is apprehension that the franchise might avoid controversy and lose the fearless approach it once had in making everyone the target of its humour. Critics contend that Rockstar's embrace of DEI policies mirrors a broader trend in the gaming industry to cater to what is often referred to as a modern audience, potentially compromising creative freedom. This perceived shift has sparked debate over whether GTA 6 will retain its sharp, fearless wit or become overly sanitized to align with contemporary sensitivities. As we delve deeper into this video, it will become clear that these concerns are not without merit. So let's break down what's going on that has alarm bells ringing. One of the most significant concerns about Rockstar's current direction arises from the departure of key creative figures who helped shape GTA's signature satirical voice. Michael Unsworth, a veteran writer involved in iconic titles like GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 4, recently left the company after 16 years, joining a growing list of notable departures that includes co-founder Dan Houser and Laszlo Jones. These figures were instrumental in establishing Rockstar's tone and storytelling. Their exits seemingly coincide with Rockstar's shift towards a more corporate culture, marked by the documented implementation of DEI initiatives, including evidence that they have employees who have undergone courses focusing on unconscious bias in the workplace, and a certification known as Diversity, Inclusion and Belonging. While such courses claim to foster inclusivity, critics argue they might also stifle the creative freedom and bold satire that has defined the franchise and made it what it is today. Some perceive that HR training like this shames individuals into compliance, sparking fears that Rockstar could now prioritize conformity over the provocative humour the series is known for. But this is Grand Theft Auto, right? A franchise that would never be censored and sanitized, surely. Well, sadly, the process has already begun. In the GTA 5 Enhanced Edition, content considered potentially offensive, including certain jokes, character models and interactions, was removed following advocacy from LGBTQ+ organisations. This has sparked ongoing discussions about whether GTA 6 will preserve the franchise's characteristic humour and irreverence, fueling speculation that future titles may even more excessively be sanitised to prevent offending contemporary audiences. For longtime fans, this potential shift poses a dilemma. GTA has always thrived on its ability to mock everyone and everything, sparing no demographic or ideology from its sharp wit. By veering away from this tradition, Rockstar risks alienating its core fan base and undermining what made the series a cultural touchstone. Whether these changes signal a fundamental shift in Rockstar's philosophy or simply reflect the challenges of navigating a more scrutinized industry remains unclear. However, the concerns about GTA 6 losing its satirical edge and becoming a safer, less controversial product are valid and warrant discussion as the next installment approaches. The series has always thrived on ridiculing the absurdities of American society without allegiance to any single ideology, so targeting some groups while avoiding others could be seen as inconsistent with the franchise's bold and unfiltered identity. Ultimately, this shift could make the satire feel less authentic and more constrained, eroding the very qualities that made the series so impactful and widely respected in the first place. Much like South Park, which embraces equal opportunity satire, GTA's best moments come when it critiques all sides of societal divides with wit and over-the-top scenarios, so I am hoping GTA 6 does the same. In my view, as cultural polarization intensifies. This approach is more vital than ever, and Rockstar has a unique opportunity to examine the current state of America through its usual outsider perspective, offering fresh and innovative sights into the entertaining show that is the culture war. Let me be clear, America's ongoing culture war is providing the rest of the world with constant and hilariously entertaining popcorn moments. So, given what is going on at present, blending humour with America's current unsettling truths is actually the perfect recipe for a GTA game that will entertain everyone, the so-called modern audience included, provided it is done right. But as I said, some of the behind-the-scenes stuff going on and changes to GTA 5 have made me feel increasingly skeptical that this will actually happen. For example, the introduction of Lucia, GTA's first female protagonist, has sparked concerns among some fans who worry about her being a part of the trend towards corporately sanitized modernity. While I personally believe Rockstar's track record of crafting complex, morally ambiguous characters offers hope, I can fully understand why, in the current climate, that reassurance feels tenuous. Let's be clear, you would have to be insane to look at a female lead and think that alone is problematic. But there's usually an additional concern, such as how the character is written or portrayed. The issue arises when a character feels tokenistic or designed solely to fulfill a perceived agenda, rather than being developed as a compelling, multifaceted individual. Poorly executed representation can come across as pandering or superficial, undermining both the character's authenticity and the story's integrity. For audiences, it's not the presence of a female lead that's divisive, but whether her role enhances the narrative in a meaningful and believable way. Be honest, no one wants another Rey Skywalker on our hands. That said, GTA has consistently introduced protagonists with depth, flaws, and relatable motivations, avoiding one-dimensional archetypes. Lucia's inclusion could provide an opportunity to subvert expectations, but not in a Last Jedi sort of way, while reinforcing the series' narrative strengths, particularly if her story reflects the same nuanced, morally grey themes that have defined the rest of the franchise. As long as she isn't written as a Mary Sue with an incoherent arc, her presence could even enhance the game. You would hope that Rockstar's previous commitment to satire and storytelling would mean GTA 6 will stay true to the series' spirit. But with recent news, that hope feels increasingly precarious. But as much as I don't want the next GTA game to be woke, you might be surprised to learn, and I'm not going to lie here, I do actually want it to contain some woke elements. Let me explain. The Grand Theft Auto series has always excelled at capturing the zeitgeist of American culture through its satirical lens, skewering societal trends with biting comedy. In Vice City, the series dove headfirst into the excesses of the 1980s, creating a neon-soaked world inspired by Miami's drug-fueled glamour and hedonism. The era's obsession with wealth and indulgence was encapsulated in sex, drugs, guns, and making money, with players taking on the role of a rising criminal empire builder in a city rife with corruption and decadence. It was a perfect caricature of the greed is good culture that defined that decade. Vice City humorously exaggerated the era it was set in. With San Andreas, the series shifted to the 1990s, drawing heavily from hip-hop culture and the rise of gangster rap. This entry delved into the gritty realities of gang violence, exploring themes of loyalty, betrayal, and survival in an environment steeped in urban decay. The game parodied the media of the time, from MTV's glorification of rap culture to the cars sporting hydraulics a la Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. It captured the conflicts and struggles of the time and where the game was set, while still offering players this signature GTA mix of outrageous humour and action. Once again, it was perfect satire, and Rockstar would continue to knock it out of the park. As the cultural landscape changed, so did the focus of the series. GTA 4 took on post 9/11 America, where paranoia and surveillance were at their peak. The game's protagonist, Nico Bellic, navigates a world of over-the-top counter-terrorism state surveillance, offering a sharp critique of the erosion of personal freedoms in the name of security. Then came GTA 5, which tackled the rise of online influencers and the shallow celebrity culture that had become to dominate the social landscape. landscape. Its satirical lens mocked vapid materialism and self-obsession, capturing the absurdity of a world where Instagram likes and viral fame was becoming the ultimate currency. It placed an over-the-top spotlight on the show that was taking place. Together, these games now serve as time capsules, holding up a funhouse mirror to America's evolving cultural obsessions. With the culture wars in full swing today, both sides are ripe for satire, from the polarization of political discourse to the commodification of social justice and the rise of cancel culture. The current landscape provides a wealth of material for GTA 6 to explore. If handled with the same fearless wit, the series has an opportunity to hold a mirror to society once again, this time reflecting the absurdities of an increasingly fractured and performative world. We could have one of the most entertaining GTA games ever on our hands. Let's be honest here, the US is the literal embodiment of extremes, a country many outsiders picture as equally populated by not only the overweight blue-haired woke lunatics wearing nose rings and having abortions, but also gun-toting MAGA-supporting Bible-bashing redneck maniacs. These deeply opposing caricatures provide the perfect foundation for Rockstar to do what it does best, lampooning both sides with biting levity and a refusal to take any ideology too seriously. The absurdities of this divide could be explored through exaggerated characters and storylines, poking fun at everyone from overzealous activists to conspiracy-loving reactionaries. The franchise has always thrived on its equal opportunity satire, targeting all sides without bias. Ignoring one would risk making the game feel incomplete or politically aligned, undermining its legacy of bold, fearless commentary. Including both perspectives ensures that the satire is balanced and resonates with players across the cultural divide. Both ideologies offer rich material for parody. On the woke side, the game could critique performative activism, cancel culture, and the corporatization of social justice, highlighting the contradictions in modern progressive movements. On the MAGA side, it could mock conspiracy theories, anti-science rhetoric, and exaggerated patriotism. Juxtaposing these extremes would allow GTA 6 to showcase the absurdities of both, offering a nuanced critique of how these opposing forces fuel societal chaos and polarization. By doing this, GTA 6 can maintain its reputation for fearless satire while capturing the zeitgeist of an era defined by ideological battles and cultural absurdities. Genuinely, I believe this needs to happen. For the last couple of decades, GTA's brilliance lies in its ability to stay relevant while holding up a mirror to America, exposing its flaws and contradictions. As the culture wars continue to heat up, though, maintaining this balance has become increasingly challenging. Satire, by nature, thrives on pushing boundaries, so the risk of backlash in today's polarized climate looms larger than ever. For GTA 6 to succeed as the South Park of gaming, Rockstar must retain its bold, unfiltered approach, ensuring the game critiques cultural extremes without pandering to any specific ideology. By staying true to its roots as a provocateur, the series can continue to be a sharp, fearless commentary on the madness of modern life. No matter where you stand on the political divide, the tension between cultural shifts and creative risk-taking raises critical questions for the gaming industry. For GTA 6, this means navigating a delicate balance, addressing modern cultural dynamics while preserving the series' trademark edge. If the game leans too far into cautious, sanitized storytelling, it could dilute the provocative spirit that made GTA a cultural phenomenon and cause outrage for all the wrong reasons. For Rockstar, the stakes couldn't be higher. As one of the gaming industry's most influential developers, the success or failure of GTA 6 has the potential to set a benchmark for how other studios navigate similar challenges in the future. To call this game important would be an understatement. It's a defining moment for both the franchise and the industry as a whole, so let's hope and pray that our fears are misplaced. Speaking of gaming, if you're looking to expand your collection without breaking the bank, I've got the perfect solution for you. You can snag massive discounts on an incredible selection of games ranging from modern AAA blockbusters to indie gems and retro classics, with savings of up to 90% off of thousands of titles. It's a fantastic opportunity to pick up that game that you've been eyeing at a fraction of the price. Even better, every purchase made helps support this channel. But if you'd like to support my work in a more personal way, you can check out my behind the scenes cosplay library and exclusive perks over on Patreon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.